This is Eucalyptus Gunnii, and Eucalyptus Gunnii are great for coppicing or as standalone specimen trees. And as you can see, very healthy growth. And this one's in a polypot, and the thing you're looking for is to have a strong, healthy root growth. This will ensure that your tree gets established really quickly. This is Eucalyptus Nitens, and these are suitable as firewood with growth rates twice that of ash, so you can be chopping these down in about 7 to 10 years with substantial amounts of firewood timber. Again, this is this year's in a 4-litre polypot, and again, as you can see, healthy growth, but also, as you can see there, healthy root growth. And as I say, this is important because you want your trees to get established quickly so that you have a minimum of maintenance to do afterwards. So this is Eucalyptus Gunnii plug, and these are great for coppicing, and you can start coppicing them after 3 years and you'll get 3 harvests. You can also let them grow on. They make attractive ornamental trees. And again, if you're planting plugs, my recommendation would be definitely that you go on my website boglizard.com, and there you'll see videos of me planting plugs and polypots. Polypots will obviously establish more quickly, but plugs are all obviously cheaper and can be transported, and I'm happy to deliver them by courier anywhere in Ireland. This is Eucalyptus Nitens plug, and as you can see, good healthy root growth. I'd still be in favour of planting from polypots, but I realise that can be very expensive if you've got a large forest to plant. If you're planting a mini forest, then polypots, the price of them is probably acceptable. Plugs will establish and you will get good trees from them. The one thing you're going to need to remember is you're going to have to clear growth around the trees at least for 1 season until they outgrow all the grass and the weeds and the other vegetation. So this is Eucalyptus Nitens, and as you can see, very healthy. I'm very much a fan of eucalyptus, and my main reason for planting them is as firewood trees, and these trees here are 18 months old. The ones that you've just seen there range from about 4 months, really, 4 to 5 months from germination. Anyway, these are Eucalyptus viminalis. I don't have any of these planted for sale this year. But as you can see, that one there is getting on for a metre and a half after 18 months, and all very healthy. There's one probably getting up for 2 metres, another one there for 2 metres. This is a eucalyptus that's been planted. It's a hybrid. Eucalyptus do have a tendency to hybrid, and I would suggest that this one's a cross between Gunnii and Nitens. Although, as you can see, planted from polypot, established really quickly, planted from a polypot maybe about 2 months ago, and very healthy. And this is Eucalyptus Gunnii. This one is last year's, and to be fair, they haven't had a great year, but that's a metre high in a year. and well established now, I'll be expecting significantly better growth next year. This year they didn't get a great start, then we got a poor winter, then we had a drought of a summer, so as you can see they're still healthy despite all of that, and yeah, I'm hoping for better next year. This is Eucalyptus euphorbia, and again, don't have any of these for sale this year. Hopefully next year. They'll make a good ornamental tree. They're smaller, 8 to 15 meters, whereas Gunnii will easily grow to 30 meters plus, and the same with the Nitens if you let them. Nitens if you let them. But euphorbia are a very attractive tree, and as you can see, this is end of October, and Eucalyptus are evergreens. They'll grow all year round, and this one is growing vigorously still. So another eucalyptus that I've planted from a polypot and establishing nicely. And as you can see, going up, these are all viminalis, or mostly viminalis. And here's my tallest specimen here, and it is over 2 meters now, just over 2 meters in 18 months. And here's a Nitens that I planted from a polypot earlier on. It's about 60 centimeters and thriving. The soil here is nice, although it can be a bit wet. I've read elsewhere that eucalyptus don't do well in wet soil, but all I can say is they're doing well here. Another eucalyptus here, planted this year from a polypot, and yeah, really nicely, doing really nicely. Another one from a polypot this year, and again doing really nicely. I had some from last year that weren't great, but as I say, they didn't get a very good start, and they got windburn, but they're recovering. I want to leave them and gather information, if that makes sense to you, so that I can pass that information on to others. So as I say, I'm a very big fan of planting from polypots, and the reason is this one's planted from a plug, and as you can see, it's significantly smaller or significantly slower at getting established than those from polypots. So that's another one from a plug, and that's a one from a polypot. So as you can see, polypotted trees, you can more or less plant them and forget about them. They all establish quickly. So that's pretty much all I have to say. I am growing these for firewood. They're planted probably a little bit close together. I'll thin them out and keep the best ones. Lots of information on my website boglizard.com with links to authoritative research, scientific research about yields and growth rates. Generally what I've learnt is that planting them 1.5 meters apart gives you the best yield per hectare. These are planted 1 meter apart. As I say, this is my domestic mini forest for firewood. So buy online and I'll have your trees in the DHL courier ASAP if you're buying plugs, and if you're buying polypots, then give me a call or drop me an email or send me a message on Google, and we can make arrangements. Have a happy day.